Lucky Boys Podcast.
At its apex, how many people did you have under you?
It was probably like 23 people around there. I know it was over 20
And
people.
how did they get compensated?
So basically we had G-Packs.
Now, what's that?
G-Packs. So basically I had everybody would get 24 bags and that'll be a G-Pack. And so from the G-Pack you get, that's $1,000 pack. It'll be $1,200 pack, but they'll get $200. Okay. And sometimes we would cut deals, so sometimes the runner will come back with $900 out of the G-Pack, because so basically every bag was $50. So we would do like 0.5. At that time, we were doing like 0.5 a bag, 0.5 grams, which is a half a gram for $50. And then a whole gram would be $100. And so 20 times, 50 would be 1,000. And then they had 4 bags for themselves as profit. And so we would just be sending them to the destinations through Nextels. And so we would just like clicking them away like, hey, yo, go to, 34th and Park, go, everywhere. The phones never stopped ringing. It was just like nonstop fucking ringing.
That's crazy.
And that's how we operated, man. It was just crazy.
And how much were you making?
So we were seeing like $5 million in revenue.
A year?
A year. Yeah.
23 people.
Yeah.
$5 million.
Yeah. And Joey and I were like splitting like $2 million each. And the worker cost us about $1 million. So
20% would go to the workers.
Yep.
Not bad.
We had a really great connect.
That's a total revenue, or is that like profit? 2 million.
No,
each?
that would be profit.
5 million profit.
Yeah, no, 4 million profit.
4 million profit.
At a like 5 point something, in revenue.
That's good profit margins, man.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, I mean, I was paying like $20,000 key, sometimes a little bit less, and we're bringing $100,000 on a key.
And how much does a key usually cost? Normally.
I mean, right now I have no idea.
Back then.
Back then, you were probably getting a key probably like 25, 26, 27.
Oh, so you got like 20% off.
Yeah, well, we were traveling.
Oh, that's how you guys got you.
We were doing some stupid shit.
And you guys would bring them on the planes?
Yeah, we were doing shit like that.
Holy shit, you weren't scared. Yo, one time when I was a kid, I bought a snake in Florida.
Yeah.
And I had to bring that.
That's contraband.
I bought a little corn snake.
Garter snake.
You put it in your pocket or something?
And I put it like in one of those, because my dad had a restaurant.
Yeah.
So I put it in one of those wonton containers. And I just poke holes in them. And it was just a little baby snake. And I put it in my cargo pants. And I was terrified.
Well, I was yeah. I'm going to tell you how it went down. Like we would get kids to bring them over too. They were like 14, 15-year-old kids from, different places. And they were coming with a lot of shit in their underwear. And I was hopping on planes too, going to different states. So I had a spot in Vermont.
To buy?
No, to sell.
To sell?
Yeah. So I was taking shit on a plane to sell in Vermont. And
why? Oh, you doing like, you're selling in bulk in Vermont?
Yeah, I was selling in bulk in Vermont. But the profit and the turnaround was crazy. I just dropped it off and got the money, and I was making like, I was getting like $40,000 on a key that was, I was doubling up right away. And I was coming back in 2 days, so it was just in and out, and it was crazy. That was crazy. And and how that fucking whole journey started was just crazy. It all started on Eldridge and Broom.
that connection.
Well, no, I'm talking about the Vermont connection. It was like some girl that was like, she got smacked by some dude from Smith, and he was on the corner arguing with her, and she was crying, but she was bad. Like she looked good, So I went up to her and I was like, "Yo, you okay?" Da, 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 da. So I started rapping to her. I got her number, and she had a friend with her, and so me and my boy Joey, we were living in Campos on 12th and C. So this is where Joey, I grew up in the projects over there. So, and I was like renting a room from him. So we Go back. We started smoking with them, and he like went with his girl, with her friend into the room, and I stood out in the living room with the other girl, and we're just smoking and hanging. And it was like 5 a.m. And she was like, "Yo, I came down here to get some coke. Do you know where I could get some?" And she didn't know I was selling coke. And I was like, "Yeah, I got you." And I was like, "Yo, how much you need?" She was like, "Yo, I need 300 grams. Can you get to me?" And I'm like, I didn't have it at that time, but I was like, "Yo, let me call my boy. I'm gonna go get it for you." It was 5 a.m. I hit up my boy. I pick up the coke from Brooklyn. I got like 300 grams. Went off. Me and her drove all the way to Vermont. Joey woke up like at 9 in the morning. He's like, "Yo, where the fuck you at? You fucking disappeared with this girl, blah, blah, blah. We got to get to work, all this shit." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm in Vermont." He's like, "What the fuck, bye?" And so I go all the way over there. I come back with mad fucking money. He's like, "How the fuck?" I come back with like 10 G's, profit for myself or some shit like some crazy shit like that. And then he and I was like, "Yo, she wants more." And so it was just like back and forth. And so that's at that time is when we had my boys like I needed more people to manage the block because I was doing this traveling and I'm getting on planes with fucking half a keys.
Bro, you got like balls. Like
but before you didn't get on this machine in the airport that you put your arms up and all this
that's
shit.
right.
You just go through the metal detector.
Right.
So
yeah.
for me, it was just like, it's in my nuts. Nobody's gonna stop me if I don't ring.
Right.
And so I just make sure I didn't fucking ring. I make sure I don't have a belt on. I went through it and I was coming back with like $40,000-$50,000 in my pockets.
Where were you putting all this money?
I used to buy some sneakers.
Mattress?
I used to buy some sneakers when I was over there, and that's how like traveling back, I would like stick it in the sneakers and.
But like at home, like how do you keep millions of dollars at home?
It's sneaker boxes.
I know you didn't open like a Chase bank account. And put
I had like 4 bank accounts, but I didn't have a lot of money in there.
Yeah, so you would keep everything at home.
Yeah, in different places. Yeah,
around the house.
Not the house, but like different places. Stash houses. Yeah,
stash houses. Man, that's a crazy gig.
It was crazy.
At any point, you didn't feel like someone was going to like rob you, or because in that game, it can be very dangerous when you start getting big.
So
either from the law or from people from the streets.
I mean, we did get robbed. I didn't think we were gonna get robbed because we're not messing around with people in the streets. We were dealing with hipsters, Wall Street people.